Howdy, howdy, howdy. Zaina, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, has requested Professor Quirrell. If you're a Harry Potter fan, of course you know who he is. Yes, yes, yes. Anyways, so we're going to start with his head, pretty round. And in the books, I think he's supposed to be like in his 20s, young. But in the movies, he kind of looks like an old guy. Well, he looks like he's like in his 30s. So we have the topper here, and then we have the chin down here. He's got a pretty broad chin. And then you want to put a line right down the middle, and then you want to put a line across the middle. Okay. Yeah, I do a couple of sketchy lines because I drew this first, and then I want it to make it look like what I drew, so I need some help. And I'm a little camera shy. Yeah, surprise. Anyway, so now we're going to start with, and then right here, we have his little nose here. Boop, boop, boop. And that's where his mouth is going to be. Okay? And so we're going to start on here. We are giving him, I don't know why I have like 10 lines. We only need one. There. All right. So we're going to do his eyes. I made him look almost, this look is kind of, with his eyebrow like this, he just looks like, huh? I'm an idiot, whatever. And this is like, ooh, a little villainous. Little combination there, because he's been, as everybody knows, he was taken over by Voldemort. He's kind of like a shy little, he's nervous, pale young man with a stutter, which I actually think stutters are cute because I teach a preschool, and one of my preschool kids has the cutest little stutter. It's so cute. Might not be so cute when he gets older, but right now it's cute. I don't know many people with stutters. Okay, we're going to put a half of a, this is his shiny, and then we'll put the pupil in there because half his eye is pretty much gone. Okay, and now we can erase that center line. That just so made we got that right where we wanted it. Okay, so I gave him like a thicker upper, but you can work on that when you do your Sharpie or coloring it with pencil. Just make that upper part thicker. Okay, and for his nose, I just gave him a little simple nose. Okay, and his mouth, in the picture I saw, he kind of have it, it was pretty funny. Kind of like a side mouth. Yeah. Okay, so for this eyebrow, this is kind of like the nervous, shy, stuttering Quirrell, sorry. So it's just, but then we're going to make this side is going to be more villainous because he's been taken over by Voldemort. So that's like the Voldemort coming out, which we know Voldemort's under the turban, which would be really weird. You can always put some lashes, some hairs in there. And so now we're going to come up here and we're going to cut off his, it's like where his turban's going to go, like that, okay? And then we want his ears are about where the nose is. So you can come over here and go, oh, ears. And we only see a piece of the ears because they're under the turban. So just do pieces of it, like that. And let's give him a neck. And he's got, since he is a professor, so he's a defense against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts. There we go. So he's got to look presentable. So we're putting a collar. I really love making collars. It's so fun. And then this is going to be his cloak. His cloak, or the one that he has on, is very, I had to like zoom in, is very interesting. It's not just like a black cloak. All right, so let's do his tie. It's multicolored, striped. It looks very authentic and like vintage, old, like passed down from family or something. And there's his tie. And now we can come down here for his shoulders. And so now let us erase the top part of that noggy. Noggy. What else do we know? Oh, he's a Ravenclaw. I'm a Ravenclaw. Well, I won't put them against him. He wears the purple turban the whole time, and he's a half-blood. What? I don't think Voldemort like that, because he only likes pure bloods, and he's not married. Okay, so we're going to do his turban head. So it kind of comes out like this on either side. And then you're going to bring it across the top here. I might have made the turban a little too wide, but that's okay. We can always fix it. So we're going to tape that in. And then I'll probably do the same thing on this side. So we have it up here. Might bring it in just a little bit. Right now it looks like an afro. When we put the lines in there, it should look better, right? Let's hope. Fingers crossed that it's going to look better. Okay, so we're going to take where it is coming across here, and we're going to bring it on either side here. So do the same thing over here. Curve it a little bit, and then we're going to put a couple extra, because it's kind of wrapping around. Do the same thing over here. And then you're going to put a couple lines going around. So one's going to be, they're not going to be even because we want them to like overlap. So we'll put one right here. I'll put one right here. And we'll put one right here. So it just looks like that's a lot of wraps, okay? And then he had this big long thing and it went over his side. Why? I don't know. Probably the designers probably thought it'd be like so cool. Yeah, it does look cool, and that's his distinct style. So we're just gonna make this come on this side, and this is gonna come across like this, and like this. And we'll bring this down and erase in here so we can make it look like it's a flowing in. Okay, I think that looks fantastic. And then you can put the stripes in. So I am going to thin Sharpie it and then thick Sharpie it, and then I'll show you how I colored it all in. Also, Harry met Professor Quirrell in Diagon Alley. So that's when they first met. I remember him saying something like, "Hello, Harry, Harry Potter." He stuttered it or something. I need to go back and watch it again or read the books. Okay, let's go to sharpening. Now I'm going to use a big Sharpie, and I'm going to outline the whole thing with the thick Sharpie twice. I think I might even color in his tie. So let's go. Now erase. Okay, as you can see, I wrinkled my paper. It happens. So sometimes when you're erasing, the paper catches it and then goes and it crinkles it. Makes me sad. But you know what? It is what it is. So we're going to start with his beautiful eyes. Take a light blue. It can be any light blue. This is sky blue. And you're going to do harder along the edge and then around and then light inside. Same thing. Harder right here. Go around the edge and then color in lightly. Then I'm going to come in with just regular blue. And then now we're going to do even more at the top and a little on the edge. Same thing over here. Okay, and then get gray, which I have. And this is going to be underneath here. Let's do a shadow. Gives it more sinister, but everybody has shadows because you have your lashes up there that kind of put a little shadow on it. So, well, there you go. Looking a little pale. So we're taking our peach, we're gonna color. Oh, and this is what I realized I erased right here. Boop, there we go. Better. Color his whole face and neck with a peach. You can do his nose, his lips, just not the eyeballs. To be honest, the part at the end where he goes through the challenging maze thing, and he meets Quirrell, and he's looking in the mirror of remembrance, and Quirrell's a little scary. He's a little scary at that part, especially when he takes off the turban. Don't take off the turban. And you're like, what? It's so weird, but I know it's part of the story. A little scary for a kid. Okay, I'm a big kid, okay? Now go around the edge and then press harder. Harder on the edge and then feather in. So as you come in, you're gonna go lighter and lighter. Oh, I also always, I'll do this with my tan too, I go around the eyes, but I'll do that with tan also. And underneath here. Do a little swirly on the nose and a little extra oomph on the lips. All right, here we go. My pencil has pretty much lost its penciling, so we're gonna do our best. It needs a sharpening, but that's okay. Go along the top. Come down lighter. Okay, so now you get the tan out. And do the same thing, go along the edge. And then go lighter in. A little shadow under the nose. And we're gonna go around the eyes, just to make those eyes, not necessarily pop out, but accentuate those eyes. The evilness of it, and then along the top. All right, so we're gonna give him a little bit of color. I know, he does not deserve color, but we're giving him some color. Color on the nose, and some color on his cheeks. All right. And then we'll put a little bit of color on his lips. Not too much, because we don't want him to look like a girly here. So we got some color on the cheeks. You can add more color. You see it's a little darker, but that's okay. Just keep adding layers. Now we're gonna get our brown. This is light brown, but you can use any brown. We're gonna color in his eyebrows. And then I'm taking just a touch of black underneath here. Give it more depth. Oops, went a little far there, but that's okay. And I'm also even going to take I did the tan. We're gonna put more color on his neck, just so it looks more three-dimensional, and then under his chin. Okay, perfect. You can also take the gray and give it a little shadow right here. Here, you can go along the sides. Okay, so for what to do with the purple, I have lost the purple. I thought I had purple. Oh, here's a purple up here. Okay, not very sharp. That's okay. So I want you, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go first, go hard along all the lines. I'm just showing you how I did it. Okay, and then you're gonna go around the outside hard. It's about to lose its juice power. I'm gonna get another purple. So do that on all of them. And then you're going to come in and just color it just like normal. And then you can keep coloring it to get the depth you want in there. Okay, and do the same thing down here, okay? And this is the one that comes over, so right here, this is gonna be a darker part because it's gonna be like the shadow. So I think you guys got this, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.